Oh my goodness, Najee, Kenny Pickett also, and he banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Feed it! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Well, Steeler Nation. Well. I can't keep up. I've got 28 minutes. I can do a live stream for 28 minutes. My pickleball competition has been pushed back to 12:30, so it's my 8 a.m. I can't keep up. I have to go like this. There's just so much happening. So cheers. There's just so much happening. Like we signed a punter to compete with Harvin. Man, there's so much going on. It is just nuts. Let me break that news first. It's happened, right? It's just what the Steelers are doing in the offseason is just changing the whole team, basically. There's going to be no more Marcus Allen too, right? Last night they signed Tanner Muse to a 1-year deal. So that's going to replace Marcus Allen, possibly Derek Watt. He's going to be a team guy. That's like the 11th free agent they've signed, I think, or 10th. And then today, they're signing off waivers Braden Mann. The Steelers have claimed a punter off waivers. So let me check my audio. Yeah, it's all good. So they claimed a punter off waivers. Now, what do I know about the punter? I don't know any stats. I know he's from the Jets. I don't know how high he can kick the ball. I don't care. But it is good competition for Harvin. Like 110%. Good competition. So it's crazy. Yeah, man. I have to. I gotta leave in about 20 minutes. I gotta leave in about an hour or so. So I thought, I just can't believe the last 24 hours have been crazy. From the Ben stuff too. From Ben getting thrown under the bus. Like the comments that Ben said, there's nothing wrong with them. Right? Nothing at all. I'm gonna go over that. I'm gonna go over the Ben's comments. I'm gonna talk about punting and Bud Dupree's sign for the Falcons too. So yeah, g'day guys. Welcome, Daredevil, mate. G'day, Justin. What's going on? How are you? I'm on the bus. Can't hear you, but I was here. You definitely were. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks, Joey, man. Yeah, I play singles today. Singles at 12:30, and then I've got the mixed doubles in the afternoon. So gonna play as hard as I can. So, yep, dead set. Braden Mann for the Jets, right? Now, I just want to go over this quickly again because I was reading the comments yesterday. There's a lot of support for Big Ben around his comments. And I want to show the video one more time, and we're just going to have a quick 2-minute discussion on it, and then we're gonna move on. But this, to me, from Big Ben, there's nothing wrong with it.
With Lamar, you want to bring safeties down to help stop the run because you don't really fear Lamar's arm, his accuracy all the time.
Sure,
he's got a huge arm; he can make things happen when he scrambles and whatever. But you don't fear him just sitting in the pocket and picking you apart.
Sure.
So you can bring safeties down because you do fear him running because he's different level running.
Yeah. The media in this world, and even the NFL media, is so weak. All that Big Ben said was, pretty much in a nutshell, was describing how the way that Lamar played. Now, it's not a bad thing to identify someone's strengths and someone's weaknesses, right? When I'm playing today, my pickleball competition, I will be trying to identify the opposition's weaknesses so I can beat them. Somehow, this portion of the video has been blown up and out of proportion 100,000%. All he's saying is teams are forcing him they're covering the run because he's a fantastic runner and a great short passer. And then his weakness is his deep ball. And the media went nuts. So I stand by Big Ben. And now, for some reason, him commenting on Lamar Jackson means that it's now the Lamar Jackson versus Big Ben who's better. And you can't win that argument. You just can't. I had one comment on someone's Ravens video, and this bloke wrote thousands and thousands of comments about how Lamar's better on all these stats. I simply wrote, Big Ben has 2 Super Bowls, and that's all that matters. Style points don't matter. This isn't Madden. You go out there to lead your team to victory, right? Lamar Jackson can do that. He's a good quarterback. Not great. He's good. He's 46-16, but Big Ben is a future Hall of Famer. So I agree, 100%. Nothing but the truth. Exactly right. And there's nothing even wrong with that. No worries, Toddy man. There's no worries. There's nothing wrong with that. G'day, Patricia. Like, to me, what they should have done was, okay, I respect Big Ben's views. However, Lamar Jackson does it this way, and it works for him. And also, it's not even that bad because the way that he's playing, Lamar Jackson is winning. And he has won quite a few games, won 46 games. So just because someone labels you a certain way doesn't mean it's a bad thing. And how many times in the NFL does someone, shit on Big Ben? The last 2 years, some of his entire career, a guy who's played 18 years should be allowed to not be criticized for his take. So yeah, it really frustrates me, and I'll probably hang on this point for a bit. I can't move over this the way the media treats people, and in the NFL media, it doesn't make any sense. Like, Lamar Jackson isn't the golden goose. He isn't the golden bloke. He isn't the best one out there. All Big Ben said was move safeties down the box, cover the run, and force him to throw, because that's his weakest area. Now, when I play pickleball, I'm going to their backhand. I'm going to run to the line and try and force them to get to me to shoot to my shoulder, so I can slam the ball down and win. Sometimes I think we live in la la land. It's the media is just so emotional. It's emotional driven. Or he just said a few things on his podcast, and that was it. So yeah, I haven't moved on from it yet. I hope that Big Ben responds. I don't think he will. But now Big Ben's going all around the internet saying it's Big Ben versus Lamar. And it's like, that's not even the point he was making. Not even the point he was making. So, yep. Yes, I agree. And so did RG3. They made a simple comment about a player, how he plays the game, into it's Big Ben versus Lamar, who's better. And I would take Big Ben anyway in his younger days. But it doesn't make any sense. They got fired up. I did a video yesterday, and it was really fun to comment on the media's comments, because they're never held accountable. The media, in sports media too, are never held accountable. Like the guys you see on ESPN, they say they're talking points, they're talking lines, and they're never called out. They're just like, oh, we're right, we're fantastic. Not saying that I'm always right. I can be very, very wrong. But what's frustrating is, why can't Big Ben say these things? That's the point we're going into. The world is crazy, that you simply can't have an opinion about something that you think, or what you see. Big Ben played Lamar Jackson like 3 or 4 times. So why can't I have an opinion on the guy he saw playing in games, and a veteran quarterback for 18 years? I trust that source than I do a Dan Orlovsky. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on. But it will be coming up. I'm not completely over it yet. All right. How dare you? How dare you? G'day, Brian, mate. What's going on? G'day, Alex. All right, guys, got 20 more minutes, and I gotta go have breakfast, and I gotta run out of here. But yeah, man, just come on. It's made for some good, exciting times, but I'm trusting my quarterback, Big Ben, and I even have more respect for him now, and I want to listen to the podcast even more now. I want to listen to his podcast, Footballing, even more. I think what he said was factual, and the heat he got was just not warranted, man. Just crazy. Just like, you can't say that. Where dare? It was someone said, and this is why we have some weak people in this world too, right? Someone said it was insensitive for Big Ben to say that. It's not insensitive. Could you imagine a football player being insensitive when they go to the line together and smash heads like 53 plays, or like 56 plays a game, it's not insensitive to call someone out. Like it's criticism, it's sport, it's what you do, you know? It just riles me up. It doesn't make any sense. But Alex Mahoney says Steelers needed a punter. Yes. So the breaking news or news for today, among everything else, is Steelers assigned Braden Mann off waivers from the Jets. So that's good competition, right? I'm not going to go into the stats of who's better, who kicks higher, whatever. But at the the grassroots of things, it's good competition for Presley Harvin and this bloke man. The best man wins, no pun intended. Whoever walks in there and kicks the ball better in training camp, and Danny Smith chews his gum and says, "I like you, man. I like you, man." Then the best man wins. If it's big press, if it's man, who cares, right? It's punter. There's no like, this guy does it like 5.6 in the air. This guy can coffin corner punt, which would be cool to see. But the best man wins, whoever it is. I think it's exciting because you need that competition for a punter. You can't be too safe in the league. Can't be too safe. Yep, I agree, JJ52. I agree, man. It's just, why can't Ben say that? Why can't he say that? And then the other one, the Joy said straight after. She said, so this is why I find it so funny, and I will leave this point and we'll talk about Bud Dupree. I like it too, Patricia. So Big Ben called out, follow the train. Big Ben called out Lamar Jackson. Oh, he said what he said, okay? The media then called out Big Ben for saying these things. You can't say this about a quarterback. How can you judge a quarterback? How can you critique him? He's yada, yada, yada. In that same interview, Joy then called out Justin Fields and said, Justin Fields, poor. Yeah, I sent you a message. Check your messages, mate. Check your messages. I'm going at 12:30. 12:30. So I'm going to another 15 minutes. It got pushed back to 12:30, so I'm going to leave at 9. And I got to cover this stuff. But back to my point. So it went from Big Ben saying his stuff to the rate to then they harshed on Big Ben, and then in the interview, Joy said, "Well, the only one who can't throw it is Justin Fields," and I'm like, "Well, that's the pot calling the kettle black." The same thing. You just had a go at Big Ben for criticizing the quarterback, and in that same interview, you criticized Justin Fields and said he can't throw the deep ball. Then what should happen is bear down under Australia. Some bloke in Australia should come out, be angry, and criticize Joy for criticizing Fields. It makes no sense. No sense. So the media, I'm gonna all good. Yeah, I was meant to go down. I was meant to play at 9, but it got pushed back to 12:30, which is kind of bad because then I got to play 12:30 to 2:30. I got to play like 6-7 games in a row. Anyways, it doesn't make sense. It just makes no sense. It's frustrating. It's like, I want to call the media out more. I'm like, what? You just, it's just like, oh man, look, Ben's a future Hall of Famer. He's going to walk into Canton. Boom, boom, walk into Canton. Just get you. Yeah, and also, yeah, guys, make sure you check out TDU too. What I might try and do, if I can, if I'm smart enough, I will link it in the description. Am I smart enough to do this? Steelers TD. I think we have a pretty good podcast today talking about this stuff. Me and Maddie are both fired up, right? So if you guys haven't subbed to this, and if you want to, check this out, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was the biggest point for me. That was the biggest point when I heard her in the interview. And look, nothing against Joy. I'm just talking about the factual evidence around it, right? Nothing against Joy or the people on the column or whatever. They're all people. They're all fine. Just their take was just like, how can you say that what Ben said was bad, and then in the same statement, we're not talking about Justin Fields here. What about poor Justin Fields? What about poor Justin Fields? Hey? Yeah, so when I finished, if you want to check out the podcast, it's this link here in the description. Steelers touchdown under. So that's fantastic, right? Okay, I'm all over the shop, but I had to get this off my chest. I had to, and I'm going to use this energy to go win today. I'm going to go win in singles. I'm going to treat the opposition like it's media. But let's get into another thing too. We had also Bud Dupree. Apparently, Bud Dupree, Bud Dupree is signing with the Falcons. He is signing with the Falcons for a year, right? Is that correct? Yes, per NFL source, and it's always sources, you know where they come from. Outside linebacker Bud Dupree has agreed to a 1 year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. Does he want to have no chance at winning a Super Bowl? So it's got to be about money. I did hear this notion and this idea that the Steelers missed out on Bud Dupree, as if like maybe he didn't give him enough money or like that. I don't agree with that. It's not missing out on Bud Dupree. It's simply like people forget these players are free agents. It's oh no, the Steelers missed out on that guy. Didn't miss out on him. Bud Dupree's a free agent. He can go and sign wherever he wants. Apparently, he wants to sign to a really bad organization who can't win anything, right? Haven't won anything for years. For 1 year deal, rather than be with his old family and have a chance to win Super Bowls. But 5 million. That's not bad for Bud, man. That's all right for Bud. So, Fields might be better than Lamar in the long run. So I just don't. I know I'm going everywhere, but I just don't understand the logical logical process of Big Ben said this and Lamar Jackson's bad. Hey, Big Ben, you can't say that. You can't critique Lamar Jackson. However, in the same statement, oh, Justin Fields can't throw. He's a terrible deep thrower. It just doesn't matter. G'day, Gene. What's going on? Hey, man, that's not a bad idea. I wore my good shoes today. You know what? I think sometimes you have to do that. I think when you're feeling a bit, bit low and down, or you want to feel a bit extra step, put those fresh kicks on and wear those good shoes and walk around and feel like a real, feel like it's going to be your day. Tackle the day, right? Imagine come back for one game and throw Ravens and throw 5 TDs. Oh, it would be fantastic. It'd be fantastic. He's the better quarterback, 110%. All the amazing throws we've seen Big Ben over the years, in the pocket, out of the pocket, the only thing he didn't have in his resume was running down the field 60 yards. Now, Lamar Jackson is fantastic, but not as good as Ben. We won't see one like Ben for ages, but I'm pretty keen to see what Kenny can do. So yeah, another one was Falcons. Falcons was signing Bud Dupree for 1 year, so that means that's off the board now. Jarvis Jones, Jameer Jones was let go a few days ago, so the Steelers have like no outside linebacker. Maybe Roche's in there, but they might go to the draft. Don't know what order they'll go in the draft, but that can happen, right? What else happened over the night? Like it's just and also So I looked into this morning too when I was waking up. Tanner Muse, who signed the 1 year deal. What I'm reading and what I'm seeing on the internet about, and some videos I'm watching from other sites like All Steelers Talk with Noah Shuckbarn, stuff like that, is that Tanner Muse is more of a safety / middle linebacker, and he plays the role of like Marcus Allen. So maybe Marcus Allen won't be back because they've signed him. So Omar Khan is making moves, man. This is like one of the busiest, and we'll see if it works out, but it's one of the busiest off seasons I think I've ever seen in my life. Normally, the Steelers don't make this many moves. They just don't. So, they've missed. Sorry, they cut like Miles Jack. Devin Bush went to Seattle. And also, I got a bit of news on Devin Bush too. And Spillane went, and it's like a whole new middle linebacker core. They'll probably still go to the draft and draft a middle linebacker. Maybe in the first 3 rounds could be a possibility, right? And but yeah, Devin Bush even came out the other day too, 2 days ago, and said that the culture is a 180 for Seahawks, and he signed a 1 year deal. But you'll see these guys kind of do this where they'll go on, Devin Bush will go on to the Seahawks and probably fizzle out, and he may not even be, if he doesn't have a good year, his time's up. Like if he doesn't play well this year in the Seahawks, he won't be back. He won't be back in the NFL, and then his career is pretty much done, right? All right, guys, I'll go for 10 more minutes, and then I think TDU's starting. So if you want to go on a TDU, that'd be fantastic. Free agent is still Matt Ryan. He'd be interesting. I think he'd be oh goodness. And didn't Glenn Thomas used to be his quarterback coach? Is he a free agent? No. No, wait a minute. Is Matt Ryan a free agent? If he comes over, but you still got Trubisky there though. Because there's a link, right? The Colts have released Matt Ryan, free agent for the first time in his career. Oh boy, what I would do if I was the GM, when I'm not the GM, right? There's a link because that bloke who's the offensive assistant, was coaching with the Falcons for like 3 years while Matt Ryan was there. That could be a little link. I don't know for us, and also Matt Ryan would be a fantastic quarterback, but maybe he doesn't fit our system. I don't know, but you never know. He's better. He's better than freaking Trubisky. Oosh. All right, g'day, Claude. What's going on, mate? Mitch would go 3. imagine that. Imagine Mitch went 3. Oh, dearly. Yep, cut. He's been cut. Okay. Yeah. G'day, Randy. What's going on, mate? Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I know that the connection there from Glenn Thomas, the offensive assistant, who's now working with Matt Canada, and I think if this might save Matt Canada's job, right? So, and we don't know who's going to be calling the plays, but surely bringing another person in to help out the offense should give him another spark. Because look at all the weapons you got. You got Pickens, you got the run game, you got the new offensive line, you got the new kicker, you got Brandon Mann. I'm only joking. But yeah, that's all I kind of have today, guys. I'm going out to win. I will share this link one more time for everyone coming in if you want to check this out. So I think Maddie's premiering it in the next 15 minutes or whatever. Steelers touch and under. It's me. It's my project and Maddie's project. Talking Steelers. We do a real big rant on this whole Big Ben stuff at the very start. I'm like, come on, dude. He's a legend. Like Big Ben's a legend. I want to go back and listen to the more podcasts about Big Ben because he's such a knowledgeable person. And he had an 18-year career, and here we are saying Lamar's better. He's had a 5-year career, and I think he's only thrown 1,600 attempts, and Big Ben in his regular season threw 8,900 attempts. So that is like the data is miscued. You can't just grab data to suit your purpose, right? Here's how you grab data to suit your purpose. The Cincinnati Bengals are the worst team in the NFL right now. Do you know why? Because they can't win a Super Bowl. They're 0-3. If I use that metric, which I do all the time, then it's kind of false. They're not the worst team. They're one of the best teams in the NFL right now with Joe Burrow. They're winning AFC North championships. They're losing in Super Bowls. You can't just use one side. You just can't. G'day, A-Rules. What's going on, mate? Well, I'm all well. Yeah, let's go, Brian. Yep. There should be. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. I hope so. I'm going to go hard in the paint today, I really am. I got to dig deep and I got to use all this energy that I'm so frustrated about this stupid media. And I'm going to go put it out there and try and win. I just want to try and win. Try my best and win. So, yeah, thanks, gentlemen, mate. Yeah. Holy dooly. How are we going to deal with Matt? Oh, I don't know. Whiskey. A few beers. A few beverages and a few shots of whiskey, I reckon. If we do that, we'll be fine. That's the one looming question is like all these moves are happening. You're like, oh, boy, run, pass. Fake screen to Gentry, oh boy. So I don't know. But yeah, thanks, Brian. It's gonna air soon. Yeah, that was funny too. Isn't the worst team in Buffalo? That is one of the most interesting stats I think in all sports. That Buffalo, they made the Super Bowl 4 times in a row, and they lost 4 times in a row. That is like you'd think by okay, the first one, yeah, whatever. You just that sucks. We lost. Second one, we got there again. We can get there next year. The third one, you're like, well, how did we lose the third one? We just got to the first 2, and we got the third, and then the fourth one, they lost 4 in a row. That's pretty bad. I don't know how Buffalo can ever recover from that. Right? That's pretty bad. So. All right, guys, let's end it there. Thank you for checking out Steelers Nation Australia. Oh, I was too. Yeah, the Falls of Buffalo. So, in summary today, just to summarize things, what happened, and the news has been crazy. In summary, Steelers have claimed Braden Mann off waivers to the Jets. So there's going to be competition this summer in training camp for the punter position. Also, in summary, Steelers have signed Tanner Muse to 1-year deal, special team guy, to cover the kicks from said punter, right? And Bud Dupree is signing with the Falcons because he doesn't want to win a championship. He wants just to go there and chill out and not compete. He doesn't want to play in February, right? He wants to have holidays in February. And the Big Ben nonsense. His comments are great, right? But the Big Ben stuff, I back Big Ben. I think there's more to this story. If Big Ben comes out and speaks up and says what they're talking about is ludicrous, I would love to see that. I would love to see Big Ben come out and put his foot down and say, all you analysts have no idea. I'm the best quarterback. Maybe the best quarterback Steelers have seen besides Terry Bradshaw, right? But you're comparing me to Lamar Jackson, who's only played 5 years. Don't understand it. Just don't get it, right? Just makes no sense. Yes. All right, guys. So thank you for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. Make sure you check out as well Steelers TDU or Touch and Under this morning. It should be a premiere coming shortly. And yeah, I'm going to go try and win some pickleball, man. So thanks, guys, for checking out the video. And I'll see you later.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? Studs everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's an art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football. We love football. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to represent.
My bad. My bad. I'm happy to be here. Randy says you have to change your title. The Steelers show. Did you mean Steelers draft? No, I didn't. I don't know. I'll try and change it. What they did? Yeah, they can't draft one, can they? They signed a punter. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Hooroo.